Hi everyone, and welcome. Tonight, we will gently explore the quiet connection between your mind and body. So get comfortable, relax, and simply listen. The Quiet Symphony Within, an introduction to the mind and body. As you settle into stillness, it may feel as though your body is at rest, quiet and unmoving. But beneath this calm surface, a remarkable symphony is gently unfolding. Your body and mind are never truly silent. They are continuously working together in delicate harmony, maintaining balance, responding to the world, and caring for you in ways that often go unnoticed. At the center of this quiet activity is the brain, an organ of extraordinary complexity. Though it weighs only about 1.3 to 1.4 kilograms, it contains around 86 billion neurons. These tiny cells communicate through faint electrical signals, creating patterns that form your thoughts, memories, and perceptions. Even now, as you relax, your brain is softly active, processing sensations, regulating breathing, and preparing you for rest. Interestingly, the brain does not feel pain itself. While it interprets pain signals from the body, the brain tissue has no pain receptors. This is why certain medical procedures can be performed on the brain while a person is awake. It is a quiet reminder of how specialized and unique each part of the body truly is. Flowing throughout your body is another gentle system, the nervous system. It acts like an intricate network of pathways, carrying messages between the brain and every corner of your body. Some of these messages travel incredibly fast, up to 120 meters per second, allowing you to react almost instantly. Others move more slowly, guiding processes like digestion and relaxation. One part of this system, known as the autonomic nervous system, works entirely in the background. It regulates your heartbeat, breathing, and even the dilation of your pupils without requiring any conscious effort. Within it, two complementary forces exist, one that prepares you for action, and another that gently guides you toward rest. As you wind down, the calming branch, called the parasympathetic system, begins to take the lead, slowing your heart and deepening your breath. Breathing itself is a beautiful bridge between the conscious and unconscious. Most of the time, it happens automatically, yet you can also choose to control it. This dual nature makes breathing a powerful tool for relaxation. Slow, steady breaths send signals back to the brain, encouraging a state of calm and safety. Your heart, too, follows its own quiet rhythm. On average, it beats around 100,000 times each day, circulating blood through an immense network of vessels that, if stretched out, would span tens of thousands of kilometers. Despite this constant work, you rarely notice it unless you pause and listen closely. As your body prepares for sleep, many systems begin to shift. Body temperature slowly drops, muscles relax, and the brain starts to change its patterns of activity. Hormones like melatonin are released, gently signaling that it is time to rest. These changes do not happen suddenly, but rather as part of a smooth and gradual transition. In this way, your body is not simply switching off, it is carefully guiding you into a different state of awareness. Even in sleep, the mind remains active, organizing memories, processing emotions, and restoring balance. The gentle language of the brain, thoughts, signals, and silent patterns. As your body continues to rest, your brain quietly shifts into softer patterns of activity. It does not become silent. Instead, it changes its rhythm. During wakefulness, the brain produces faster, more active waves. But as you relax, these waves begin to slow, becoming smoother and more regular, like gentle ripples across a calm lake. These patterns are known as brain waves, and they reflect different states of awareness. In calm, relaxed moments, the brain often produces alpha waves, steady and peaceful. As you drift closer to sleep, slower theta waves begin to appear, guiding you into a deeper state of rest. These transitions happen naturally, without effort, as your mind lets go of the day. Even when you are not actively thinking, your brain remains quietly engaged. A network known as the default mode network becomes active when your mind is at rest. It is involved in gentle reflection, memory, and imagination. This is why, in moments of calm, thoughts may drift softly from one idea to another, without urgency or pressure. Your thoughts themselves are patterns of electrical and chemical activity. Each idea, memory, or sensation is created by neurons communicating through tiny connections called synapses. These signals are incredibly small, yet together they create the richness of your inner world, everything you see, feel, and remember. Interestingly, the brain is constantly predicting what will happen next. It uses past experiences to gently anticipate the future, helping you navigate the world smoothly. This predictive nature is usually so subtle that you do not notice it, but it plays a quiet role in how you perceive reality. As you relax, the brain also begins to filter out unnecessary information. Sounds become softer, distractions fade, and attention turns inward. This process allows the mind to rest from constant stimulation, creating space for recovery and balance. Memory, too, is part of this calm nighttime process. During rest and sleep, the brain carefully sorts through the events of the day. Important information is strengthened, while less useful details are gradually softened or forgotten. This is not a loss, but a kind of gentle organization, making space for clarity. Emotions are also quietly processed. Areas of the brain involved in feeling and memory begin to work together, helping to make sense of experiences. Over time, this can reduce the intensity of difficult emotions, allowing them to settle into a calmer form. Another remarkable feature of the brain is its adaptability, known as neuroplasticity. Throughout your life, your brain is constantly changing, forming new connections, strengthening pathways, and adjusting to new experiences. Even small, repeated actions can slowly reshape the structure of the brain. The quiet rhythm of the body, heart, breath, and inner balance. As your mind softens and your thoughts begin to slow, your body continues its gentle, steady rhythm. Beneath the surface of stillness, countless processes unfold with quiet precision, each one supporting your sense of balance and calm. At the center of this rhythm is the heart. It beats continuously, adapting to your needs from moment to moment. When you are active, it quickens slightly, delivering more oxygen to your muscles. When you relax, it slows, conserving energy and encouraging rest. This natural flexibility is known as heart rate variability, and it reflects the body's ability to respond and adapt with ease. The heart does not work alone. It is guided by the nervous system, especially the same calming pathways that help you unwind. As your body enters a relaxed state, signals from the brain gently tell the heart to slow down. This creates a soothing feedback loop. Calm thoughts support a slower heartbeat, and a slower heartbeat supports a calmer mind. Breathing follows a similar pattern. Each breath you take is part of a continuous, flowing cycle. Inhale, exhale, an endless rhythm that begins at birth and continues throughout your life. When you are calm, your breathing becomes slower and deeper, allowing more oxygen to enter the bloodstream and helping the body release tension. What makes breathing especially unique is that it can be both automatic and intentional. You can simply allow it to happen, or you can gently guide it. Slow, steady breathing can send signals throughout the body that it is safe to relax, easing both physical tension and mental activity. Deep within your chest and abdomen, other systems quietly contribute to this balance. The lungs expand and contract, exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide with remarkable efficiency. The diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle beneath the lungs, moves rhythmically with each breath, helping to regulate pressure within the body. At the same time, Your blood carries essential nutrients and oxygen to every cell. This circulation happens continuously, without pause, guided by an intricate network of vessels. Even as you rest, this system remains active, supporting repair, renewal, and stability. Your body also maintains a delicate internal balance known as homeostasis. Temperature, hydration, blood pressure, and many other factors are constantly adjusted to remain within comfortable ranges. These adjustments are subtle and ongoing, allowing you to feel stable even as conditions around you change. As you prepare for sleep, your body temperature begins to drop slightly. This small change helps signal that it is time to rest. Muscles release their remaining tension, and energy use becomes more efficient. The body is not shutting down, it is transitioning into a state designed for restoration. Even digestion, often unnoticed, continues its quiet work. Nutrients are absorbed, energy is distributed, and the body processes what it needs for the hours ahead. This slow, steady activity contributes to the overall sense of internal harmony. All of these processes, heartbeat, breathing, circulation, and balance, are connected. They do not operate in isolation, but as part of a coordinated system. Each supports the others, creating a stable and reassuring rhythm that continues whether you are aware of it or not. The silent world of sleep, cycles, dreams, and deep restoration. As the body settles further into rest, sleep begins not as a sudden switch, but as a gradual transition into a different state of awareness. The boundary between wakefulness and sleep is soft and fluid, like drifting from the shore into calm water. Your thoughts slow, your senses quiet, and your body gently releases the last traces of the day. Sleep unfolds in cycles, each one lasting about 90 minutes. Throughout the night, your brain and body move through these repeating patterns, shifting between lighter and deeper stages of rest. These cycles are not random, they follow a carefully organized structure that supports both physical recovery and mental clarity. In the early stages of sleep, your body begins to disengage from the outside world. Muscles relax, breathing becomes slower and more regular, and brain activity continues to soften. You may still be aware of faint sounds or drifting thoughts, but they begin to lose their sharpness, becoming more distant and less defined. As you move deeper into sleep, your body enters what is known as slow-wave sleep. This is one of the most restorative stages. During this time, the brain produces large, slow waves, and the body focuses on repair. Cells are renewed, tissues are restored, and the immune system quietly strengthens its defenses. At the same time, something remarkable happens within the brain. A system sometimes described as the cleaning process becomes more active. It helps remove waste products that accumulate during the day, allowing the brain to function more efficiently. This process is subtle, yet essential for long-term health and clarity. Later in the cycle, the brain enters a different phase known as REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. During this stage, the brain becomes more active again, almost resembling wakefulness. This is when most vivid dreaming occurs. Your eyes move gently beneath your eyelids, and your mind creates complex, often imaginative experiences. Dreams themselves are a quiet mystery. They can reflect memories, emotions, or fragments of daily life, woven together in unexpected ways. While their exact purpose is still being studied, dreams are thought to play a role in emotional balance, creativity, and memory processing. Interestingly, while the brain is active during REM sleep, the body remains deeply relaxed. Muscles are temporarily inhibited, preventing movement and allowing dreams to unfold safely. This balance between activity and stillness is another example of the body's careful coordination. Throughout the night, these cycles repeat several times. Early cycles contain more deep sleep, while later ones include longer periods of dreaming. This shifting pattern ensures that both the body and mind receive the different types of rest they need. Even your perception of time changes during sleep. Hours can pass unnoticed, and the mind moves through its processes without conscious awareness. In this way, sleep becomes a space outside of ordinary experience, a quiet interval where restoration takes place. As morning approaches, the body gradually prepares to wake. Hormones shift once again, body temperature rises slightly, and brain activity becomes more alert. This transition is as gentle as the one that brought you into sleep. And so, sleep is not simply a pause, it is an active, carefully guided journey. Within its cycles, your body restores itself, your mind reorganizes, and balance is quietly renewed. The quiet chemistry of the body, hormones, emotions, and inner signals. As you continue to rest, another invisible layer of communication begins to guide your body, one that moves more slowly than electrical signals, yet just as powerfully. This is the world of hormones, gentle chemical messengers that travel through the bloodstream, quietly influencing how you feel, think, and respond. Unlike the rapid signals of the nervous system, hormones work at a calmer pace. They are released by specialized glands and carried throughout the body, reaching distant organs and tissues. Their effects may take seconds, minutes, or even hours to fully unfold, creating a smooth and sustained influence rather than a sudden change. One of the most well-known hormones involved in sleep is melatonin. As evening approaches and light begins to fade, your brain naturally increases its production. This hormone does not force sleep, but gently signals that it is time to rest. It helps align your internal rhythm with the natural cycle of day and night. Another important group of hormones is linked to stress and relaxation. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, follows its own daily rhythm. It is typically higher in the morning, helping you wake up and feel alert, and gradually decreases as the day progresses. In calm conditions, this cycle supports balance and energy. In contrast, hormones like oxytocin are associated with feelings of comfort, safety, and connection. Sometimes referred to as the bonding hormone, oxytocin can be released through simple experiences, such as gentle touch, warm social interactions, or even a sense of trust and calm. It helps the body settle into a more relaxed state. Serotonin, another key chemical, plays a quiet role in mood and emotional stability. It contributes to feelings of well-being and contentment, and it also serves as a building block for melatonin. In this way, emotional balance and sleep are closely connected through shared pathways. Dopamine, often linked to motivation and reward, also participates in this internal balance. It helps guide attention and interest, but in restful moments, its activity becomes more subtle. The body shifts away from stimulation and toward restoration, allowing the mind to gently disengage. These chemical signals are not isolated, they interact continuously, forming a complex and dynamic system. A small change in one hormone can influence others, creating a cascade of effects that shape your physical and emotional state. Yet this system is remarkably stable, constantly adjusting to maintain balance. Emotions themselves are deeply connected to these processes. What you feel is not only a product of your thoughts, but also of your body's internal chemistry. Calm environments, slow breathing, and a sense of safety can all influence hormonal activity, supporting a more peaceful state of mind. Over time, daily habits quietly shape this internal chemistry. Regular sleep, gentle routines, and moments of relaxation can help stabilize these systems. The body learns patterns, gradually adapting to what it experiences most often. Even in moments of stress, the body seeks to return to equilibrium. Once a challenge passes, hormone levels slowly adjust, guiding you back toward balance. This natural ability to recover is part of the body's resilience, a quiet strength that works continuously in the background. And so, as you rest, a subtle chemistry unfolds within you. Hormones rise and fall in gentle rhythms, supporting your mood, your energy, and your sleep. They do not demand attention, yet they shape your experience in profound ways. The hidden patterns within, the subconscious, habits, and the body as a system. As you drift deeper into rest, much of what guides your life continues quietly beneath awareness. Not every thought, decision, or action begins in conscious control. Instead, a large part of your daily experience is shaped by the subconscious, a calm, steady layer of the mind that works in the background. The subconscious mind is not separate from you, but rather an extension of your awareness. It stores patterns, memories, and learned behaviors, allowing you to move through the world with ease. Simple actions, walking, speaking, even recognizing familiar faces, happen without effort because they have been gently practiced over time. Habits are one of the clearest expressions of this hidden system. When an action is repeated regularly, the brain begins to encode it into automatic patterns. What once required attention becomes smooth and effortless. In this way, the body and mind conserve energy, allowing you to focus only on what is new or important. These patterns are formed through repetition, but also through emotion. Experiences that carry strong feelings, whether calm or intense, are more likely to be remembered and repeated. Over time, this creates a quiet map within the mind, guiding behavior without the need for constant decision-making. The body itself also participates in these patterns. Posture, breathing, and even muscle tension can become habitual. For example, the way you sit, the rhythm of your breath, or the way your shoulders rest can reflect long-standing patterns shaped by daily life. Yet these patterns can also be gently changed with awareness and time. Another remarkable aspect of this system is efficiency. The brain is always seeking ways to simplify processes, turning repeated actions into automatic routines. This is why learning something new may feel slow at first, but becomes easier with practice. The effort gradually fades, replaced by fluid and natural movement. At the same time, the subconscious continuously gathers information. It notices subtle details in your environment, sounds, movements, patterns, without bringing them fully into awareness. This quiet observation helps you respond to the world quickly and intuitively. Your internal state is also shaped by these hidden processes. Feelings of calm, tension, or comfort can arise not only from present conditions, but from stored patterns within the mind and body. In this way, your past experiences gently influence your present state. Yet the system is not fixed. The brain and body remain adaptable throughout life. With repeated calm experiences, supportive environments, and gentle awareness, new patterns can form. Old habits can soften, and new ones can take their place, gradually reshaping how you feel and respond. Sleep plays an important role in this process. During rest, the brain strengthens useful patterns and lets go of others. It reorganizes connections, reinforcing what is practiced and quietly adjusting what is no longer needed. This ongoing refinement supports learning, balance, and resilience. Seen as a whole, the body and mind are not separate parts, but a unified system. Thoughts influence the body influences the mind, and both are shaped by patterns that develop over time. Every breath, movement, and experience contributes to this continuous process. And so, even in stillness, you are gently changing. Beneath your awareness, your mind and body are organizing, adapting, and learning, creating a quiet foundation that supports you in every moment. The quiet whole, consciousness, meaning, and your place within it. As your body rests and your mind softens into stillness, there remains something subtle and constant, your awareness. It is not a single thought or sensation, but the quiet space in which all thoughts and sensations appear. Even as you drift towards sleep, this gentle presence continues, calm and steady. Consciousness is one of the most profound and mysterious aspects of the human experience. It allows you to observe, to feel, and to be aware of both the world around you and the inner landscape within. Though science continues to explore how it arises, its presence is something deeply familiar, something you experience in every moment. Your awareness does not need to be active or focused to exist. It can rest quietly, simply noticing without effort. In moments of calm, this awareness becomes softer, less defined, like a horizon fading into mist. Thoughts slow, and the sense of doing begins to dissolve into a sense of simply being. Within this state, the boundaries between mind and body feel less distinct. The rhythm of your breath, the quiet beat of your heart, and the gentle flow of your thoughts all become part of a single, continuous experience. There is no need to separate them. They are expressions of the same underlying process. Throughout your life, this awareness has been constant, even as everything else has changed. Your body has grown and adapted. Your thoughts have evolved. Your experiences have come and gone. Yet this quiet sense of presence has remained, steady and continuous beneath it all. In a way, your body and mind can be seen as part of a larger system, one that extends beyond you. The air you breathe, the light that shapes your internal rhythms, the environment that surrounds you, all are connected to your inner processes. You are not separate from the world, but gently woven into it. Every breath you take is part of a larger exchange. Oxygen enters your body, becomes part of your cells, and then returns to the world as carbon dioxide. This quiet cycle connects you to the natural rhythms of the planet, moment by moment, without effort or awareness. Even your thoughts and emotions are influenced by this connection. The environments you move through, the people you encounter, and the patterns of your daily life all shape your inner state. In return, your responses and actions subtly shape the world around you. As you rest, this entire system continues in quiet harmony. There is nothing you need to control, nothing you need to change. The processes that sustain you are already in motion, guided by patterns that have developed over time. In this stillness, there can be a sense of simplicity. You do not need to follow every thought or hold onto every feeling. They can come and go, like gentle waves, while a deeper calm remains beneath them. Sleep itself becomes a continuation of this process, a state where awareness softens, but the underlying balance remains. Your body restores itself, your mind reorganizes, and your inner systems continue their quiet work. And so, as you drift further into rest, you are held within a larger rhythm, one that includes your body, your mind, and the world around you. Everything is connected, moving together in a steady and peaceful flow. In this final calm, there is nothing more to do, only to rest, to breathe, and to allow yourself to be carried gently by the quiet intelligence of your body and mind.